Diego Ramos for PSL Karting, Alexander Vanchev, and Gianmatteo Rosso will be on row number 4. We'll have Blake Nash alongside Chase Handel on row 5, Jesus Vasquez Jr. and Dean Peterson back here in the U.S. on row 6. Paulie Massimino and William Boutillier will be on row number 7. Keegan Kaminsky and Austin Elliott on row number 8. Elliott, fantastic run in that third heat race, able to get by the chaos, ran the rim around the outside. Everybody's been 10 years since Austin Elliott's running a major national event like this. He owns and runs Speed Sense Motorsports, driver coach. Awesome to see him behind the wheel here in SV Pro. We're up there with the big dogs. Row 9, Victor de Alencar alongside Alessandro De Tullio. Talking about a big dog, Ryan Norberg starting 19th, working as hard as he can to dial things in on that GFC. He'll start 19th alongside Marcelo Tortado. There's your top 20 drivers. They're going to work their way out of turn number 13. DJ, the final race of the day. From here we go to Sunday, we go to the main events, but one more to go. Heat race 4 for SP Pro.
And it's Caden McQueen who gets a good start. Jake Drew with that immediate chop up, but it looks like there's going to be a little bit of Cummings together as they try to sort themselves out. Turner Brown may have been able to get the run, as there you see the whole fleet of these SV Pro carts working their way on through. Turner Brown indeed up into second. I think Jake Drew may have lost out in maybe another position there to potentially Frankie Mossman, and there it is coming down into the corner. We've already got action into 8.
Yeah, big move there for fast Frankie Mossman, moving to the inside, and Sabaglia's going to get himself into turn number 8. He wanted that spot. He'll already throw it to the bottom of the racetrack to try to defend that position, lock it down, coming through turn 10, 11, and 12. That inside move stacked everybody up behind him. So a bit of a 3-driver breakaway up front as they come across the line for the first time. McQueen, Drew, and young rookie senior Turner Brown, but Mossman right there with Sabaglia behind him, but lap number 1 in the books.
Yeah, and this breakaway for McQueen, Drew, and Brown going to be very, very important to try to see if they can just work together, not fight, and keep themselves ahead. But with fast Frankie Mossman behind him, that is going to be a tall, tall order. Sabaglia going to try to put some pressure there as well as they come down through turn 9 right now. Looks like a 2-cart breakaway, a little bit for Mossman and Sabaglia. Let's see if that holds out.
Oh, big defense further back. I saw that coming out of turn number 9 as well. But let's flip the switch on the mindset, right? We're not back in that LCQ mindset, and the driver's gone around. One of the GFC cars, the 334, has gone around. That's Keegan Kaminsky. 4 drivers involved in this one here. No one happy at all. A couple of GFCs as well. Kaminsky trying to pull away. Looks like everybody's going to be able to refire these engines and pull away. But that is disastrous here in heat race number 4. The last thing you want to have happen again on a day where you could make moves coming forward, you end up going in the other direction.
Yeah, and that's going to put you in a rough position for tomorrow. Obviously, you're still going to be able to bank on some of the results that you had previously in the day, but not going to be all the way up forward. I think Jake Drew may have just sent a move there on Caden McQueen.
Just throwing the guys out. Victor de Alencar, Marcelo Tortado, Keegan Kaminsky, and Ryan Norberg involved in that incident over turn number 11. Wow. Norberg, no luck for this year at Rock Vegas. He'll be deep in the field for the main event tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot of work to do. Jake Drew, though, has back up to the point that he was in dominant form yesterday. That is the point of the field. Caden McQueen trying to close in on him. Mossman and Sabaglio have been able to close that gap, so it really is a 5-car breakaway. I'm not even going to call it a breakaway, as Ramos and Vanchev are very, very close. Call it up to the top 10. That was still pretty close to each other here.
Yeah, indeed, the train up front, I would agree with you. Like, oh, looks like nope, doesn't look like oh, no more drivers together. There's a Speed Sense Motorsports driver, and that, I believe, is coming into turn number 7. Out of 6, over to 7. With the incident there, they'll have a yellow flag very likely over there as the crew, no doubt, working to get those carts moved onto the other side of the barriers. Yeah, there they are. There, good job from that crew. Not sure that may have been Austin Elliott. Nope, not quite sure. You see the field now streaming its way through turn number 6, then over to turn number 7. So indeed, Elliott's still on the racetrack. We'll find out who that is.
I think it was the 380.
The 380 would be, yeah, Lewis Hodgson. There you go, Speed Sense Motorsports.
Yep.
Pick up there, DJ. Indeed, a couple of drivers having more issues. But yeah, back to what we were talking about. That top 5 looked like it might have been a top 5, and all of a sudden, everybody coming right back into the hunt. As you said, more of a top 10 run right now. So you can go back to, I think, a little further back. What's the biggest gap? Probably back to Blake Nash.
Yeah, Blake Nash a little bit farther back, but now as they go here, it looks like we've got an update here from Jackson Lambros down in pit lane.
We heard it earlier, guys, about that scary incident with one of our track marshals. That was Jason Brown. And while he's not been checked out by EMS just yet by on-site medical, I'm looking at him still standing and watching guys here on the inside of turn 5. So it looks like for the time being, he is okay, guys, but definitely a scary sight there in our LCQ for our VLR seniors.
Good to hear there from that. We've also going to take a look back at the replay here of exactly what happened. Going to try to diagnose one of these incidents that we saw coming at us here a little bit earlier. Rob, what do you see?
Well, there's how it plays out. Yeah, in the back there, you see the drivers are transitioning through 10 to 11. And I believe that was probably Victor de Alencar, I think, probably getting into the back of Keaton Kaminsky. And again, the tight confines of a track like this. A track's significantly wide around. We talked about the high corner speeds, but through that 10, 11, 12 combination, it's a real big switchback. Keaton Kaminsky had it rotated. Alencar got the nose on the right rear. And at that point, you're just along for the ride. He powered him through, and in the end, the guys coming behind them had to stack it up. And luckily, it wasn't more than just 4 drivers, to be honest, as they all powered through that very tight corner. Look at Turner Brown going to work here now. Big move to the inside. How about Jake Drew? Taking full advantage of that. Drew goes to the lead. Brown holds on to second. With McQueen back to third.
And that's a little bit of payback because that Drew had a little bit of a train run on him earlier in the race. In that, when when Turner Brown sent a move on him, Caden McQueen stuck up to the inside as well. And so Drew getting payback here to get back up in the lead. Good heads up there from driver the 329.
That contact has brought Mossman back into the fight. Ramos, Savalio, Vasquez, Vancha. You see all of them right there, tightening back up what I believe looks like potentially maybe 8 cars, maybe 7 in that lead group. Yeah, call it 7. Yeah, call it 7. Because Vasquez has got Gio Mateo Rasola 2 seconds behind him.
Yep. All right, so that's what the breakaway is right here. Now, Caden McQueen is trying to fight off. Turner Brown has lost his position here to Frankie Mossman. That's not a good thing if you are the drivers up in front to see Frankie Mossman behind you. But Turner trying to hold off an attack from Ramos and Savaglio as they come down through 9.
Yeah, good stuff here. We're closing in on the last handful of laps here on the day and in the SV Pro Heat Race number 4. When this is done and dusted, all we've got is main events for you tomorrow. It's going to be a fantastic Sunday. Going to be a gorgeous day here in Las Vegas as well. Temperatures in the low 80s. Sun, the Las Vegas Strip as our backdrop. It's going to be a fantastic day to see who comes out. Oh, there's contact there. That's Caden McQueen. McQueen from P2, contacted in turn number 5, around he goes.
We'll see if we can get a replay pulled up on that in a little bit to break down exactly what happened, because I think I blinked and I missed it.
It happens, exactly that. It looked to me like he was rotating into the corner, maybe some contact, but around he went. Maybe may have tried to go to the inside and got pinched. We will get a good look at that, but right now, what does that mean? It means we have changed things up front. Drew, Boston, 1-2. Turner Brown now having to battle with Ramos and Savaglio. A lot of stuff going on right now. Ramos has worked his way in to the 3rd position. Good run for him. He is plus 3, started 6th up to the P3.
Yeah, it's a good run for Ramos. A little bit of side-by-side there, and that's going to be Vasquez Jr. putting Turner Brown in another position. Brown going the wrong way here at this point in the race. The 386 just dropping positions.
Diego Ramos pushing forward, got the 3rd. You saw him kind of coming through with Mossman. Turner Brown trying to hold on there. He's lost the spot as well. Jesus Vasquez Jr. has got by. Brown in the RPG Cosmic Machine. Now they're running in the 5th spot. Savaglio there as well. Big movers from further back. How about plus 22 for Caleb Guevara in the host driver development machine? Started 40th. He is up into 18th. Caleb Guevara has not had a great weekend so far, but he is an absolute rocket. Trying to recover here at heat race number 4.
All right, let's take a look at that replay and find out exactly what happened to Caden McQueen here, Rob.
Coming out of turn number 4, he makes a move to the inside and climbs over the right rear rather of Jake Drew. Hey, listen, that happens. You're throwing the car in. It's already starting to rotate. That hole all of a sudden vanishes.
Yeah.
and that left front is going to roll up on the top of the rear. Luckily not for Drew. Luckily not to climb over top of him. Instead, the car just rotated. And then as soon as that front wheel came off the ground.
Yeah, 2 laps to go here for our leaders. Already blinking, you miss in these races. They're that exciting. And for Jake Drew, he is trying to do what he did twice yesterday, and that is take the win. Frankie Mossman trying to deny it. A little bit of a pass there, farther back in the pack.
So what does that do to McQueen, right? He's back at 18, able to continue on, no damage, so he's going to try to get a couple of spots here. But this is huge for Drew up front. Knowing that McQueen, who was a winner of one of the heat races, is now going to slap an 18th on his point total. It's going to open things up for Drew to lock down the pole position. for the main event tomorrow after the headline show, the SV Pro category. White flag flying this time by for Jake Drew.
4/10 of a second, the gap for Drew over Mossman. The battle farther back in the field. Rousseau trying to get a move on Vasquez here as they now flick their way into turn 5. Not seeing anything play out for them as the rest of the field screens their way into turn 2.
Last lap of the day here on a Saturday at the Rio Hotel, Las Vegas. Rock Vegas going to cap off its 4th day of action. One more set to go. Final couple of quarters here for Jake Drew in the Rock SV Pro category. Heat race number 4. Jake Drew has been the man to beat all weekend long. Battle with Caden McQueen, as we know, but he'll bag another victory, very likely in the pole position. The win goes to the shoe. Jake Drew winning heat race number 4 over Mossman. Ramos